Dzień dobry. Cześć, dzień dobry. Poland. Oh my goodness. It is a beautiful day, but I have a very serious message for you all. Serious message. I know I like to show off the beautiful things, but we need to have a serious talk today, by the way. And I'm here in Warsaw to set the scene for you. And I just finished a TikTok session, about 2.5 hours. And there was most of the people in the comments were Polish, and we were talking about how it is here in Poland, and maybe people do need to smile more, and people don't want to be rude, they're scared to talk, and people are alone. But what we talked about that kind of rubbed something, or kind of hurt something, was a lot of people in the comments said that they were here for school, for university, and they left. They couldn't deal with it anymore. And they couldn't understand how I liked it. One person said they had a friend from Nigeria but left because they couldn't stand being here anymore. And I just wanted to give my little 2 cents to maybe help you guys to understand maybe just a little bit more of kind of maybe something that will help you if you're a foreigner living here. Because if I could guess where you're from, you probably live in a country where people do say hi, and maybe people walk by and they will smile at you, or even if you just look around or you go to a restaurant, people don't stare at you. And here I know maybe you probably feel that, it's not like that. Especially if you look a little bit different. And it's my hope that this video kind of lets you inside my mind of how I'm able to do it. And the question I have is just like, what does it mean to you, when you understand the culture? Because one of the things that people say, and I hope you guys can hear me, it's not too loud with the wind, but just to understand the culture a little bit more. I didn't understand why the people didn't smile. I didn't understand why people just would stare at me apart from the party, because everyone said at the party, everyone seems cool, and I agree. At the party, I talked to everyone. When I first came to Poland, everyone wants to talk to me at the party. But when we were outside the party, that's when I found a difference. And the one thing to understand, and we talked about this a lot in the session today, was that the people here, there was a point in time when they couldn't trust each other. So I want you to imagine that. From what I've read about the history and the museums, there's a point where people here could not trust each other. So I want you to imagine if you can't trust your own people, and that was the past, but that's still relevant now. Oh, hold on, the wind's blowing really hard. Wait till we cross this street, we're gonna be good. How beautiful is Poland, by the way? I love it. But when you can understand, when I started trying to understand what was going on here, it made things it helped me so much when I started to understand it. When I realized that they couldn't trust each other, and that you are probably here and you might feel alone. Like, it's just normal. If you're in a culture where people aren't really acknowledging you or looking at you, you probably do feel alone. But we talked about in the session today on TikTok that a lot of the people here feel alone. Oh my goodness, there's wind. Oh my goodness, I hope y'all can hear me. I got some value for you. You gotta be able to hear it. Hold on, after we turn this corner. Whew, there we go. But a lot of people here do feel alone. And the 2,000 of you guys who were part of the live session throughout the entire time, saying in your charms and your little bits, is the advice. And you said that, it's hard for you to find people, but a lot of people who follow me are people who do want to be happy and smile and see the positive, or else you would never follow me, you would never listen to me. So one of the best advice I can give is make yourself findable to the people that you want to meet. I grew my following, which is a big supporting of Polish, Poland is my one of the biggest followings, and I have some of the closest friends and relationships here. Although yes, there is that cultural barrier, and it's nothing against you. It's a cultural thing, and we were saying that it's not the people that don't. It's just a culture where you couldn't trust the person next to you if you read the history books, and you were so worried about that. And that's that's how they were raised, by parents who couldn't trust the people next door to them. And it's kind of when you take all that in consideration, it makes it a little bit more understandable. And at the same time, and I might as well show you guys this. Look how beautiful it is. At the same time, when you can see past it, because one of the things that the people pointed out in the TikTok today was they said that when you do make a friend here, they're lifelong. And I can tell you right now, personally, I have a few friends here that are lifelong friends that I've met through social media. So one of the main things I would do is share just who I am, what I do on social media. It sounds crazy, but you have to make yourself findable. You know, I'm so used to being in a country and being able to walk around, and this is where I meet people. You know, I meet people walking here, talking here. But in a culture that's not like that 100%, that made it more challenging for me. So what I ended up having to do was I had to find a way to make them, how can I make myself findable? Social media was an amazing thing that allowed me to do that. Posting about it, because a lot of people will find you. I can remember Nick, I can remember Kate, I can remember Barbara, some of the people who were in our session, Agnieszka, who were like, yeah, I wish we could find more people like you where I live. Because there's people here who are just like you, who feel the same, who want to meet people who are happy. And I don't want you to get discouraged just because of what the majority of people are doing. There's people here who do want to be your friend, who are curious of where you're from and your culture and what you like to eat and where you like to go. And it's just about making yourself findable to them. And I didn't realize how many people struggled with that. And it wasn't until... Okay, dziękuję. Yeah, thank you though, brother. And one of the things is once you can get past that, it'll make your time here more memorable, you know, because reading all the people who had came here and they left because they felt so alone or by themselves, people just stare at them. They get on the metro and everyone looks at them and they don't say anything. And you, before you know it, you've gone 2 or 3 days without talking. And just, I hope that this kind of gets you to see it a little different, because I think when you can see it a little different, what you see will change. So for you guys who see it as no one talks to me, nothing, know your people are gonna talk to you. Just make yourself findable for those people. I know it's probably easy, especially in winter, to just go to a place and just stay inside all day, take your daily trip to Żabka or Biedronka and then go home. But I just want to encourage you that the people are out there. They're out there. Maybe it just takes a walk, but I want you to imagine this. If you know everyone stares at you and everyone looks at you like you're different, if that's the energy you hold when you walk around, and that, what is that? Because, question, what does that mean to you when people stare at you? It means something's wrong with me. They don't like me. They're judging me. And I said this in the TikTok. Which one of you watching me isn't judging me right now? Every single person watching this is judging me. Is what he's saying true? Can I trust this guy? Who is this guy? How does he know? What do I think? Like, we're always going to be judged. That's going to happen no matter what. But I want you to understand, you can have the best time here ever. Being here changed my life. And if it's anything, if you're anything like me, a good reason that you came here was because of a person. And I want you just to remember that, to keep that in the back of your mind. I came here because I met people. Now, since I've been here, of course, there's been people who haven't been so happy and smiling. Look at that weather. But there's people out there who think just like you, who want things to change just like you, who are excited and want to have fun just like you. And don't let the people that you see maybe on a day-to-day basis, on the metro, walking somewhere, who just look at you and don't say anything, don't smile, don't let that deter you. Because I'm telling you, those people are there. Make yourself a little bit more findable. If you want to laugh and joke, be that person. I literally walk by people and I smile because I smile. I don't smile because I need them to smile back. And I think when you can start to kind of change your thoughts on it, your time here will be more enjoyable, because I feel like I do represent Poland and I am very different, and they've changed my life. And the friends that I have here have helped me out dramatically from a financial standpoint, from a just someone to talk to standpoint, from a connection standpoint. And that was one out of maybe thousands of people, out of millions of people who have seen my videos. There's a couple hundred maybe who support me, like out of millions. And if I let just the people, if I get so caught up in what people think, the happiness, the sad, they're judging me, they're not, then it would make me go crazy. Because one thing I love to live by and stand by is, if you live for the cheers, you'll die by the booze. And when you come here and you expect everyone to just come and talk to you, to ask you, hey, you're new around here, like, it's just, I don't know if that's the best mentality to have, because you will struggle. But when you understand that your people are here, when you can understand that your people are here, I guarantee you that'll make such a big difference. Put yourself in a way for people to find you. It might be scary to say, hey, I'm just been by myself here and it's my first day in Poland. Like the people here will reach out, will leave comments. Hey, check this out. Welcome to our country. You'll get those messages over time. But if you just wait for someone to say it to you on the street, I think that you're gonna be waiting for a very long time, my friend. And I want you all to have the best time possible here and to enjoy yourself and enjoy a country that I love so much. But if I didn't take on that mentality and think different, I wouldn't stay here. The culture is way too different. People just stare at me all the time. I know that the same people who stare at me in the streets and say nothing, if I get to a nightclub or something, they'll be all over me, coming to talk to me and everything, wanting to know everything. So I had to change that. And when you change that, what around you changes, I promise you. So enjoy your time here. If I can help you out, I guarantee you, if you read the comments in here, the people who I'm talking about, some of the Polish people are here in the comments right now of this video. Even if there's only 2 people who leave a comment, 1 person who watches. Like, I don't know the math of that, but I guarantee you they're here. The people are here. My life has been changed. If mine can change, looking how I look, acting how I act, talking how I talk, speaking how I speak, if I can find a way for people to find me, I guarantee you can too. And it can change your life, but you have to believe it first. You can't see it, then you'll believe it, you believe it, and then you'll see it. That will be my thought. I love you. I want the best for you. I want you to enjoy your time here. Enjoy all the beautiful food and the people. And trust me, when you meet those people here in Poland, they'll be lifelong friends. I guarantee it. They'll talk to you. They'll check on you. When you just pass through here years later and you forgot you had friends here, they'll reach out to you. Like, I'm telling you. It's just the initial that you have to get through. And after you get through that, you'll find your people. So enjoy your time here in Poland. Make sure you can get to Warsaw. And if the sun is out, you got to be out because look at that. The clouds are coming. But enjoy your time here in Poland. And I know the language can be challenging, but listen, your people, they'll speak English as well. Trust me on that. And with that being said, speak to you later. Dziękuję bardzo. And do widzenia.